morning, fellow Toastmasters, welcome guests, and especially Wallace. The emphasis on today's speech was on identifying and sharing with us your leadership style. Wallace identified his leadership style as coaching, and he made a good use of the stage, excellent use of the stage rather, in communicating that with us, using exceptional vocal variety and gestures. And the way that he went about explaining his leadership style was excellently done, because he did it compare and contrast with another leader on his team, Vaughn. So he compared and contrasted his style with Vaughn's style to explain his own leadership style. And that got his point across extremely effectively. He also made sure that we understood exactly what he was going to say, and that we got his message across and his call to action at the end. When we were discussing the speech beforehand, Wallace told me to look out for two things. The first thing that he wanted me to look at was his use of meaningful gestures, meaning keeping his hands down by his side while not making a gesture, and making the gestures that he did do more powerful. So, naturally, the first thing we saw when Wallace got up here and started his speech was he went like this. I'm thinking, no, no, no. But I did notice that as the speech wore on, Wallace got better at keeping his hands by his side when not making gestures, and the gestures that he did make were powerful. So I did see some improvement on that as the speech went on. The other thing that Wallace told me to look out for was to not overdo the pauses, to keep it a more fluid speech. And I did see that it was a little bit more fluid, and the action just kept on going. The one time that I did see that you slowed down and made a little bit of excessive pauses was when you were struggling to find the words. The words didn't come. So that's something that comes with practicing the speech over and over again, so that you know exactly what you're going to say and when, and I think that would take care of some of the awkward pauses. But overall, this was an excellent speech. The call to action would have been more powerful, I think, if he had just started, not trailed off when presenting the call to action and saying thank you at the end. That kind of puts us some meekness to it. But overall, excellent speech. We look forward to more speeches.